Warning. The following video contains shocking confessions from real women who have cheated on their husbands. This video dives into the problems that all men have in common and what you can do to prevent it. You're about to discover how one doctor, while touring the remote countries of Asia, found a unique blend of ingredients that saved his relationship and made him a sexual god amongst men. He brought this secret back with him while keeping a journal of his personal progress. He successfully boosted his free testosterone, sex drive, erection strength, and added 1 whole inch to his penis in less than 6 weeks. And the good news is you'll be able to use this secret to your benefit right away. No wasting money on expensive doctor's visits, little blue or yellow pills that come with dangerous side effects, or risky and painful surgeries. This doctor understood it, and now you'll discover it for yourself. Here's confession number 1.
I was married at the time just shy of 10 years. It was our 10-year wedding anniversary later mid-year. I mean, I thought very much in love and, very good at communicating to each other, and I felt like good at sharing, and was my best friend. We had, IVF issues, which were a struggle for us. We never really had a lot of sex, even like in the beginning, even in the honeymoon period. So I just sort of felt, I felt very unloved, unwanted, unimportant, unattractive. We didn't, I always felt like he didn't like me very much. It was always, I felt like me trying, he was always very supportive of me. But I don't feel like he ever took an interest in my friends or my family, where I was the opposite. I kept all of his friends' birthdays in my calendar, all the family birthdays in my calendar, always trying to set up things.
So it sounds like what I'm hearing is you left your life and your career and your job to join this man, to be with him, to live in the same town, but you ended up feeling lonely because you didn't do things together, unwanted because he wasn't having sex or intimacy with you, and marginalized because he chose other activities before you, and disappointed because it's not the way you thought it would turn out to be. Is that an accurate description of your state of mind?
Yes.
Okay.
Very much.
So now we know that you had an affair with your best friend's husband. Who was this best friend? Was she someone that you found when you moved to his town, or someone from your past?
Someone that I found when I moved to his town. We were close friends, though, but we all hung out together as families. And did things together as families. Although
you didn't have children at the time, or by then you had kids?
No, we did. By then we had kids.
Who came to whom?
He came to me, and it was an accidental text message.
What did the text message say?
Honestly, I wish I could remember.
Okay.
And
so why do you say it's accidental?
Because he said it was an accident. So I was like, was that meant for me? Because it was just like a glass of wine, and I don't remember what it said.
Oh, the text was a picture of a glass of wine?
Yeah, the text was a picture of a glass of wine, and he asked me to meet for a drink. And I was like, oh, that's not a big deal. Again, I have male friends. I work in a male industry. And I was like, sure. And he was like, I think my wife might not think it's appropriate. And I'm like, oh, okay. But I know that he hangs out with girlfriends, like I do. I know he has female friends. Just because we had talked about it, and when they would have parties at their house, some of his friends would be there, and they weren't all just men.
So you go to the drinks, and what happened?
So I go to the drink, and honestly, it's the craziest thing. I kind of walked in, I knew I was in trouble. I know it sounds super silly, because the way I work, I was like, oh, this is not good. But anyway.
Oh my gosh, I shouldn't be here because my husband doesn't know. What was the zing? Exactly.
All of it.
Okay.
All of it.
Would you say it was more of an emotional affair or a physical affair or both? And if it was a physical affair, When was the first time that you slept together?
It was both, 100%. After drinks.
A month?
I mean, a
2
month.
weeks?
A month.
So
Yeah.
in the month leading up to your sleeping together, and by the way, where did that sleeping together occur?
At my house.
At your house. In your bedroom or somewhere else?
No, in the living room.
In the living room, okay. At this point,
Yeah.
were you feeling like, I'm alone, I'm unhappy, I feel justified? What's your state of mind when you had him to your living room?
I was taken aback, was not expecting it, and when it happened, it was like after that, like it continued, and I tried to stop it. I started to see a therapist because I'm like, I know I'm unhappy, but I don't want to do this because I had always been, my whole life, always been the girl that had been cheated on, and I never wanted to be that person, but it was just really hard to feel like wanted and desired. And
Now that you've heard the worst, let's get right down to the why. You may be struggling to get those extra inches and what you can do to get a porn star-worthy penis. Dr. Joseph Taggart from Jacksonville states during an interview,
it's really complex, and I'll tell you that from two different aspects. Number one, there's a lot of old wives' tales about it, and people think, oh, it's strictly in your mind. You just can't control your mind. You can't focus. Let's get one thing perfectly clear right now and remove the stigma that, oh, it's you're weak mentally and you can't control it because it's a mental thing. There are some very significant physiological causes, not limited to, but including low testosterone, hypersensitivity of the penile nerves, prostatitis. So there's many issues. For a lot of years, people, and there was this old wives' tale out there that it was because you were weak mentally and you didn't, want to control yourself. So let's just get that out of the way first and foremost. There are physiological causes. Number two, it's misdiagnosed, and so are some of the other sexual dysfunctions. There is, from dealing with urologists all day, every day, there's probably 10 to 15% of ED that is actually misdiagnosed PE. Because if a man has chronic PE, chronic meaning it's continual over a period of a year, he will develop anxiety-related ED, meaning that if a man knows that getting an erection leads to an unsatisfactory conclusion because he basically, can't last more than 30 seconds to satisfy his partner, he will eventually develop anxiety-related ED, erectile dysfunction, because of the guilt or anxiety over, his not being able to please his partner. But when you do what I do and you talk to people that use the product, you talk to urologists.
But I'm guessing you're like this in all areas of your conversation. It's not just about this one topic, correct?
Right, it is. I love people. I find people interesting, and I love finding out about different experiences, and I love the life experiences I've had. I was a big brother for 7 years before my son was born. I like being a mentor. I like taking the challenges that I faced in my life and help relate to other people, because I was born really poor. I have a wonderful family and a very loving family, and I kind of worked really hard and rose above that and put myself in a good situation. I just find it interesting to understand other people's struggles and to let them know what I've gone through. Because sometimes when you achieve a certain amount of success, people think you're born into it. And they think that, oh, you come from a family of, successful people. And I started laughing because sometimes people say to me, oh, what businesses were your parents in? I go, groceries and steel. Oh, your parents had, grocery stores or a steel mill? I go, yeah, my dad was a steel worker. My mom worked in a grocery store. I'm like, what? And I go, yeah.
the only way to truly achieve your goal, satisfy her longer, and keep her happy is understanding yourself well enough to fight back against lack of blood flow, erectile dysfunction, low libido, low testosterone. The weapon is the ingredients in this 3-step system combined with diligence and commitment. Number 1. Anaconda XL Test Booster, a simple 30-day holistic supplement for age-related decline in men's testosterone levels. Number 2. Anaconda XL Proprietary Herbal/Amino Drops. Most men attribute a lack of results with low blood oxidation and blood flow. Number 3. The Ultimate Home Workout Plan. These videos will provide you with the motivation and mentality to deploy a clear and concise plan. Listen to them every day. While on the program, and achieve the results you've always wanted. And finally, as a bonus, we're throwing in the Cornell University Gridiron Workout Plan, a first and only step-by-step chart and guide developed by professional athletes from one of the United States' most prestigious universities to help develop peak physical performance no matter how old you are. This is a $400 value. That's it. Get the secrets of the Earth, chronicled by Dr. Taggart, by following this one-time offer link now. And remember to claim your discount and receive your extra bonus downloads.